It's the moment I have been waiting for. It's time. Oh, I forgot to take those down. Well, after I take those down, then I'm gonna start priming this room to be painted. Oh my god. I'm so excited because as soon as this gets painted, that means the carpet comes up and the lights go in. So, sorry. It's so dusty in this entire house, which is part of why I'm so ready to get painting because what the primer is going to do is it's going to lock in all the dust that's on the walls that I made from I've had to patch some holes that they put into the walls. They put a lot of weird hooks and things on the walls in the bedroom. So it was a lot of places that I had to patch. And what I did with this one, because I was such in a rush to get started today, is I actually sprayed it with the Zenser, I think it is, the 123 primer, because it had torn to the paper, and you can't really patch directly over the paper with drywall mud. And so I sprayed it with a little bit of primer, and then I patched it with no, it wasn't drywall. I used plaster of Paris, like plaster instead, because I think plaster for me it just goes on easier and smoother, and also I'm just used to working with plaster in an artistic setting, so I'm used to it. So I'm gonna prime everything. I can tell that this place has never ever been primed, mostly because the paint peels a lot. You can tell there's no good adhesion, and also there's some spots I want to cover up, so I'm gonna make sure I cover up those spots. But the primer that I bought says it should be ready for paint in about an hour. I don't have the paint, so hopefully, not hopefully, sorry. I guess after I prime, I'm probably gonna go pick up paint samples to see which color I want because I haven't chosen my color yet. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up the primer. Oh, yes, dusty. I'm sorry. I should be wearing a mask, but I'm doing a video right now. I'm going to pick up primer and then I'm going to no, I have primer. I'm going to prime the walls and the ceiling, and then I'm going to start picking out samples. And I'll probably go ahead and buy all the new outlets because these are old. I don't know if they're the original ones, but they've turned that yellowy, kind of that yellowy beige that white turns when it's really old. So I'm going to get rid of all those and then start putting in my switches and putting in my lights. I haven't bought the ceiling fan yet, but that's what goes right there. I know the cords are long, but I just gave myself a little bit of extra. Is this cocaine? Oh my God, look. I just put a little bit of extra just in case because I don't know. It was my first time running electrical, so I just wanted to make sure I had enough. It's better to have too much than to have too little. So yeah, and I decided that I'm not going to paint the closet. That's why I put the bed in here, or most of the bed in here, for now, because I'm actually going to build out a closet in there with shelves and all that kind of stuff. So I have enough organized space. Yeah, so, and I'm probably going to paint it a different color anyway, so I'm just going to save on that. But these are some of the things that the old owners left. If you know what they are, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know what these things are. But that's all I have. I'm going to start priming and get on with it. And also, I still don't know where my camera is, so there might not be any footage of me doing this. Actually, I guess I should go find it. A little second to talk about why I'm deciding to prime my walls. I was a little bit skeptical about using primer at all, because I thought it was, just a way for paint products to make more money. But I looked up the ingredients in primer and I noticed it was so different from paint that I was like, okay, maybe chemically there is a better reason to use primer. And what it does is it basically prepares the surface that you're about to paint and creates better adhesion, and it also hides stains and stuff like that. So I was like, it's probably worth it. And also I have so much peeling paint in the whole house. Like when anything gets torn or something, like a sheet of paint will come off with it. So I was like, it's better just to seal up everything and then to use primer. So I'm a primer believer at this point, and I think it'll also give me a good base coat, so I can have a easier and more even coat of painting when it gets time to throw the color on. I mean, I'm using whites, so they're light, so it'll be hard for them to cover stains and things on their own and all that kind of stuff. It's not like if I was using a dark paint. So that's also another reason why I'm using it. So here's the using paint. It actually like has different epoxies and all that kind of stuff in it. So it's a little bit different from using paint just chemically. So I think that's a good reason to use these things in your repertoire. I'm having to shower by candlelight because I turned the power off to this bathroom, and I guess I didn't think I would have to use it soon enough, and I didn't reconnect the lights. But it's kind of nostalgic because it reminds me of this one time when my family was moving into a new place. Me and my sister wanted to be the first ones to spend the night there, and we went before the lights actually got turned on. So the first night we stayed there, we used candles to eat and candles. I think I was reading. I don't know why I was reading, but I remember using candles to read a book. But it's nostalgic, and so I'm just finding some happy moments just thinking about those memories. I completely finished priming the bedroom, so I mean, you can't see it because, of course, it's nighttime and I don't have lights in the room yet. But tomorrow, I think I'm going to be able to get so much done. I'm going to put my samples up on the wall. I might put them on my Instagram to see if they get any traction. Actually, I shouldn't do that. This video will be posted after that, of course, anyway. But I'm going to look at my samples, and then before the day's over, I'll go pick out the paint that I'm going to paint my entire house, and it's going to be exciting. And then I think you'll be able to figure out what my theme is from the paint that I pick. Or you can pick it, you'll figure it out from the samples. But after paint goes up, that means I am free to do everything else. That means the flooring can go in, which is supposed to go in last, but I've already done the wiring. So lights can go in simultaneously, and I can throw the floors in, and we'll be moving along. Because all of my renovations have felt like fixing stuff that they had already, kind of messed up. And so it'll be good to finally start doing stuff that makes me feel like I'm making a transformation in the right direction. I might also rent a shop vac because I'm noticing that I made a mess, and there are a lot of screws everywhere, and I just need to get my living room downstairs in a shape to where I can actually walk through safely and not feel sick. Because what I noticed when I woke up this morning is that there's so much dust in the air. And also the coughing, I think it's because of the insulation falling from the ceiling. But that'll be over once I throw the lights in. That's all, I think. This has been a fun day. It's been the most exciting day because I got to pick out my flooring, and I also got to put some primer on the walls, which already transforms the space. Even the smell, like I've already noticed that the smell is changing upstairs, and that just makes me happy. It's fighting the carpet, and that's like one of the things that I've been so excited about. This is just a little energized candle. It was a little housewarming gift. Thanks, Nicola. All the love. Okay, I'm gonna shower and call this a day. Oh, peace. So these are the whites that I ended up pre-selecting. Right here is the Nano. In the middle is Bit of Sugar, and on the right is Ultra Pure. And so just on what I'm thinking I'm going to choose, I think I'm going to go with the Nano. I like the Nano because it seems like very even, and it's a little bit cooler than the Bit of Sugar. The Nano it is, so I'm going to paint the entire house in Nano white. Well, except for some contrasting things, but we'll talk about it later. Okay. This room, oh my god, it's gonna be the death of me. Oh, I'm obsessed with how the paint job came out. I mean, it looks so good. Like, you can look at those walls. Like, I think going with the PPG was a good decision. It dries so evenly, and I only had to do one coat. I mean, of course I primed before, but you know, whatever. I think you should prime anyway. And so I'm just gonna do that probably for the rest of the house. I think I'm going to use a primer, and then I will hopefully be able to get away with one coat in every room, because that was easy. That saves a lot of time. So now I'm about to do the ceiling, and because it's a different sheen, I wanted to get a different paint pan, but I didn't have any, and my original one was just an aluminum foil pan anyway. Oh my god, you're gonna get sick off of it. Yeah, I was using that aluminum foil pan, but I'm gonna use this lid for holding the paint to go on top. This is what happens when you don't want to spend money on unnecessary tools. But that's all and then this room will be done and ready for lights. I'm gonna pull the rest of this down and call it a night. That's all my work. I still feel like I should be doing stuff, but I think I'll just take this Sunday to just chill tonight. I'm gonna shower and just relax a little bit, because this has been a very successful day, and hopefully I'll learn how to buy enough equipment at one time so I don't have to keep going back to the store, because that's very frustrating and it takes a lot of gas. So that's all I have for you today. Until next time.